Welcome back to the channel. My name's Peyton, and today we have a full review of the Li Ning JB2, which is Jimmy Butler's signature shoe. It's the second one, and initially this was a lot of money, and I did not get a pair. They were around $300. Some of them were over $300 depending on the colorway. But now there's multiple colorways that are down around $140, and so I finally got a pair. And these are the best shoes, trust me. For the traction, you can see there are two different materials. The back is a foam and the front is a rubber compound. And just like the rest of Li Ning's shoes, this new rubber is amazing. The traction was 10 out of 10, perfect. I didn't slip at all. Nice hard bite, even on a dusty court, it didn't pick up too much dust. You can see this triangular shape pattern, and there's big spaces and then big contact points as well. Initially, to me, this didn't look like it was gonna be a good traction setup. Just with these big portions that touch the ground, this foam just seems slippery. But once you get out there, it's awesome. For the cushioning, these have full-length boom foam, which is super bouncy and responsive. Plenty of impact protection. You can see in the heel it's a little bit thicker, and then in the toe it's more closed off. You have this TPU material and the rubber comes up around the front. So in the forefoot, it feels a lot more contained and firm, and then in the back you sink in a little bit more. And this foam, to me, feels a lot more responsive than Zoom X. Part of that could be just because there is a carbon fiber plate in here, and it's really long, so it goes well into the forefoot and into the heel. And so that is giving you a lot of rebound, energy return, mixed in with the bouncy foam, and it felt awesome. I felt really fast. Usually I feel pretty worn out by the end of a session, but these felt so good. I did a little extra jump training at the end. These have a full synthetic upper, and there's kind of multiple layers you can see in there, and it's this really strong weave. Looks like it's going to be extremely durable. And then you can see how much light comes through. These are the most breathable shoe I think I've ever worn. There's a ton of air coming in and out, and your feet don't heat up at all. So if that's important to you, this is the best shoe out there for that. The tongue is really thin, and that's maybe the only downside for me with these. I like a thicker tongue that you can really tighten down and it shapes to your foot. But it didn't feel bad, and you can see all these holes, so there's some breathability there as well. Then the lacing eyelets you can see are facing sideways, and this kind of felt feeling material comes down, so there's strands for every eyelet reinforcing down into the base of the shoe. Even in the front where it's a normal eyelet, there's extra reinforcement coming down. And that lacing system feels really comfortable. Going toward the back of the shoe, the super breathable portion kind of ends here, and then there's a ton of extra padding going into the heel. And it's really thick and feels great. And then the heel is cupped pretty well, so it holds onto your heel. I had no slipping at all. I've heard a couple other people say they have some heel slippage. Wasn't a problem for me. And then this heel counter in the back is really hard and locks everything in there in the back. So the comfort on the upper was really great. Usually I don't love this kind of plasticky, hard feeling stuff. But I think with these felt reinforcement on the inside there and then the multiple layers, it forms to your foot pretty well and feels comfortable. The containment is super awesome. So this stuff just holds together. It's solid. For the fit, at first when I put these on and started running around, they felt a little bit big. And partly that's just because they're really wide on the forefoot, but it didn't feel bad. I wasn't sliding around or anything. It just felt wider than normal. So initially I thought I would go down half a size, but after playing for a while, I don't think I could go down half a size without it feeling extremely tight. So true to size is what I'm gonna say on these. If you're somebody that likes a really tight fit, really snug fit, maybe go down half a size. Then you can see the shape of these has a pretty intense curve toward the inside, and it's just the right amount of that for my foot shape. So that's something to note. If your foot shape kind of goes out, these might not be the right shoe for you. So overall, I think this is the best shoe out there. Every aspect of the performance was awesome. And I think this shoe will do equally well for guards and bigger players. I'm a little bit heavy and I'm getting older, and I think this is a great shoe for older players as well. The shank plate is super sturdy, so your foot's not moving around too much. And then just the padding overall and the impact protection really makes you feel good. So now that the price has dropped, don't miss out on these. I definitely suggest going and getting these if you're looking for a shoe. The price is down to like $140 right now, which is awesome. If you like this review, stay tuned for the next one. We got the new KDs coming and Gordon Hayward's Anta shoe as well.